Hi there, and welcome to this week's edition of Top End Track Talk. Andrew O'Toole with you again, and today we'll be having a look at this coming Saturday's meeting here at Fanny Bay in Darwin. It's National Seniors Day, the 14th of September. 5 races were programmed for this weekend, and while the average benchmark was deleted with only 4 acceptors, the Maiden 1200 was divided after 19 entries were received. A total of 44 horses are entered for this weekend, and all races boast each-way betting. This Saturday, the first race gets underway at 3:02 Northern Territory time, and in the opener, the Susan Black's 50th birthday handicap for the 0 to 58 gallopers over 1600 metres. My numbers are 3, 4, 1 and 2. I'm going here with number 3, Dubai's Got Talent, from the Jason Manning stable and Vanessa Arnott in the saddle. And Dubai's Got Talent's had just the 3 runs in Darwin, and its last run was its best run. A good second behind Latest Bentley. Latest Bentley's since gone on and finished in the money in Alice Springs on the way back to his Victoria stable in Kyneton. And Dubai's Got Talent stepping up from the 1300 to the 1600 metres, I think will take a power of beating. So I've gone for it on top here, number 3. Ahead of number 4, Alberta Magic. This one from the Gary Clark stable and Kimmy Gladwin in the saddle. And Alberta Magic has had the 3 runs in Darwin, improving with each run, and I didn't mind its last start effort behind Princess Leah. It admittedly beaten 6.4 lengths over 1300 metres, but I think the step up similarly to the 1600 metres will suit. And for third, number 1, a newcomer to Darwin, My Tradition from the Chris Pollard stable. And Ray Viger, good to see Raymond back riding in the top end after a period of time in the West. My Tradition's been racing well on the Wyndham and Kununurra circuit, third in the Kununurra Cup last week. And my 4th selection is number 2, Critical Touch. 3, 4, 1 and 2 in the opener. The second's the Sherpig Conveyancing Services Darwin Handicap. It's for the 0 to 70 gallopers, and it's over 1200 metres. The numbers here, 1, 4, 5 and 3. One of the better bets of the day, to my eye, is number 1, Patria. Gary Clark trains, Brendan Davis in the saddle. And Patria looks like getting back to his best form. He was a leading 3-year-old here a couple of seasons ago. And his last start third here on day 7 of the carnival I thought was full of merit. He finished behind Evil Dreams on that occasion. Meets Evil Dreams again, but certainly meets the horse 1.5 kilos better at the weights. And I think that might be enough for Patria to turn the table. So number 1 on top for me, ahead of the obvious danger, number 4, Evil Dreams, Paul Denton for Kerry Petrick. Racing well, just forget that run at Catherine 2 starts back. Apart from that, the horse is going really well. In for third, number 5, Looking For You, another consistent galloper, this one from the Phil Cole stable. Jared Todd takes the mount here. Good third last time out. That was behind the very smart Eastwood on day 8, or Cup Day here during the carnival. And my 4th selection, number 3, Delta Dior. 1, 4, 5 and 3. The third is the first of the Maiden divisions, and it's the Cyril Young Memorial Maiden. He's a great man, Cyril Young, did a hell of a lot for the National Seniors movement here in the top end, and this race named in his honour. My numbers here, 2, 5, 1 and 7. Of course, the Maiden over 1200 metres. Number 2 on top, Dunkirk. I'm going to give him one more chance. Ray Viger for David Bates. He gets back in his races, but he finishes them off strongly. Last time was 1300 metres, back to the 1200 this time, but it was a 0 to 58 where he finished 4th last start to Latest Bentley. Back to maiden grade. He gets his chance, I think, on Saturday. Number 2, Dunkirk on top for me. Ahead of number 5, Aggression, Carl Spry, the trainer. And great to see Felicia Bergstrand back in the saddle. Her first day's riding since having a baby, her and Brendan Davis. So she hasn't ridden race day for 11 months, but I can tell you what, she's fit and raring to go. She takes them out here on Aggression. Good third last time behind Madame Duporth here a fortnight ago. And for third, number 1, Big One, Barry Huppets for Chris Pollard. Second at its last start to Recording to Win. That was day 6 of the carnival. Good run it was. And my 4th selection, number 7, Escara. 2, 5, 1 and 7 in the third. Race 4 is the second division of the Maiden. It's the Advanced Civil Engineering Maiden Plate, also over 1200 metres for the non-winners. My numbers here, 3, 6, 1 and 8. We're going here with number 3, Supreme Deal. He's knocking on the door, this horse trained by Gary LaFoe Jr. Paul Shires in the saddle. Second last time out at Catherine in maiden grade was a really good run, only just beaten by Honour the Work. Honour the Work's come out and run well again since. In fact, that was at Alice Springs the other day. Honour the work, finished in the money. I've got it on top here, number 3, to beat number 6, Princess Maribel, from the Angela Forster stable. Ray Viger in the saddle. Looks like he's got a pretty decent book of rides, young Raymond. Second last time out was on day 7 of the carnival behind And I Can Tell Ya, knocking on the door, Princess Maribel. In for third, number 1, Liberty's Torch, back in trip from the 1300 metres of last start where he finished 4th. And the 1200 metres I reckon will suit better. Wayne Davis for Kerry Petrick. In for 4th, number 8, Stratego. 3, 6, 1 and 8. And in the last, the SBA Office National Handicap. It's for the benchmark 54 gallopers and over the sprint trip of 1100 metres. Numbers here 3, 4, 1 and 6. Number 3 on top, Twilight Manoeuvre. It's only had the one start in Darwin and was a good one too. Finished second to Ruth's Boy here at the last meeting on the 31st of August. Ruth's Boy's come out and won again since in Alice Springs. Barry Huppert's for Chris Pollard should take all sorts of beating. In for second, number 4, Bon Air, the Carl Spry runner. Felicia Bergstrand in the saddle here. Consistent, doesn't win out of turn but never goes a bad race. 4th last time out to Ruth's Boy. In for third, number 1, Tornado of Souls from the Peter Stennett stable, and Paul Shires takes them out. 5th here in 0 to 64 grade last time out behind the smart Rock Atomic. So drops in grade quite significantly and should be hard to beat. My 4th selection, number 6, Mason County. 3, 4, 1 and 6. The best bet of the day comes up in race 2, number 1, Patria. I think gets his chance to return to the winner's circle. So race 2, number 1, Patria. While the best roughie on the day comes up in the last, and it's number 8, Ticket to Paris. Race 5, number 8, Ticket to Paris. The $50 Garrard's Horse and Hound voucher for our last meeting here in Darwin on the 31st of August goes to trainer Kerry Petrick for saddling Madame Duporth to return to the winner's circle in that Class 2 1,000 metres a fortnight ago. It's no secret that Madame Duporth is just that. She's a bit of a madam, and Kerry and her team and rider Paul Denton are to be congratulated on a great job of getting this flighty mare back in winning form. Well done, Kerry. Enjoy spending your Garrard's voucher at Garrard's in Winnelly. Next week's Top End Track Talk segment, jockeys will be in line for the voucher, which applies to this coming Saturday's meeting in Darwin. Well, that wraps up this edition of Top End Track Talk, but we'll be back next week, as I mentioned, for a look at the 21st of September meeting here in Darwin. In the meantime, good luck and good punting.